Yo yo, what is up, gamers? Um, Welcome back to some more Slay the Princess. Not really what I expected to do. I should have done this yesterday, but I don't have too much time to work with here. But it should be enough to get this recording out. But yeah, we left off kind of learning a bit more as to what's going on, I think. I'm kind of wondering if we will have the princesses based off tarot cards, because the last one was apparently referred to as the Tower. So that'll be interesting. The first one didn't have a name, probably because it was just the first intro one, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, let's get right into it.
Woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay.
So yeah, this is all the same.
The interior of
nothing's different. I kind of wonder, what if we just enter the basement without the knife?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase.
I guess a little late, whatever. Revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. It is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you. Yeah.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Not with me around.
I want to see the face of my rescuer.
A very different voice, so I think a very different person.
You walk
No, it's
down
the
the
same.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
The voice seems
There's a heavy
very
chain
different.
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
How are we gonna save her, though? We don't have a
I hope you brought
tool.
something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
That's where I want to be. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
No, I'm making this better at narrator.
Thank you.
Her tone is so different, though. It's like
You're making a
kinda
huge
frightening.
mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
last time. Like, I shouldn't say last time, but whenever you grab the knife, she's always really like coarse with you. But this time, she's like,
You walk up to the
sounds
chains
so joyous and
binding the
happy.
princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
no.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Could she just like rip it apart? Because I imagine I'm not getting upstairs. Yeah, we'll just go upstairs.
I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement.
And the door slams
The door-
shut.
Is someone else here?
Just return to the bottom of the stairs. Because I already
You
know
make
how
your
that
way
goes.
to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed
God,
to.
narrator, you are such a
Easier
snore.
for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the
Whatever,
mess.
narrator, shut up.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She sounds so normal.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh my god. She sounds so normal. Starts gnawing her arm up. Wow, that is some comedic timing. Holy shit.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, the sound
Oh
comes
my
from
gosh.
behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Why would the blade
Or
be down
we
here?
could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine.
Oh, I didn't even have a choice to
Against
slay
your
her.
better judgment,
Nice.
you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted.
The skip
wound
button's
on
still not
Princess's
available,
arm,
so this is
just
all
above
new.
the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade
Gross.
is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground.
Oh, that's new.
The heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly.
She seems
as her
so
gaze
happy with
meets
herself.
yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
She's so
It's
happy.
like
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, I have no options to kill her.
we
Yeah.
won't have any of that.
Ah,
The
here we
stakes
go.
are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
I agree.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh, that's completely different. Warn her.
Stop that.
Oh, she actually just
Something's come
moved
over
before it
you,
happened.
hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges,
Whoa, this is so
stumbling
new.
back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop
Oh,
it.
geez, I need to
Stop
sneeze, I
trying to
think.
resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
That was a mighty sneeze. Okay.
As your body remains frozen in
I hope she just
stubborn
leaves and doesn't murder me this
resistance,
time.
The princess takes a cautious step forward.
No, she's killing me. Okay.
We both know this isn't you.
Please don't.
She nervously
Oh.
reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Resisting you.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing.
She had a very
flesh and
different
sinew.
demeanor.
It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever.
Well, I don't know.
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my
She doesn't
god.
know how to use a knife, does she?
No, she
Apparently
doesn't.
not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
It still peeves me that the
One
narrator
last thrust of
causes
the
this
knife.
to happen.
Your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Yikes.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Wow, she actually was like nice to us. And
You're
the
on a
narrator
path in
still
the
doesn't
woods.
give a shit.
And at the end
Okay.
of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Okay, that's on there. I guess last time we did have an interesting talk when I asked a question, so we'll ask a question. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now, I'm wise to your tricks. That's funny, I like that.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the smitten.
Beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Four of us?
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him.
Who's the four of
specifically.
us?
Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I like this guy. I mean, to be fair, I like anything that's not the narrator. I like this guy. I'll just quickly go through this and see.
Those are two very different questions. Let's say for a moment
Okay, that was the
this
same
really
response
is the
last
second time
time.
you've met me, or at least
Same
you died
response.
last time, which
Same
probably only
response.
happened because you didn't listen. You were the one who did us in, villain.
That's new.
Well,
Okay.
not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. I
Oh,
begged her.
what the? Double clicked. I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. He doesn't get it.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Are you kidding me? I work with the voice. I don't work against it.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that,
God, I
it
love
sounds
how
to
he
me
says
like
that.
you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
That is pretty
Yes,
consequence
but in
free.
this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned
I love
as
this
part
guy.
of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Oh, I like that. Oh yeah, we're cooking with the voice today. I'm going with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the
Oh,
situation.
I was the fourth?
I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
So does that make the player one of the voices then? Because they said 4 of us, I didn't get it. But that would be 2 voices, 1
Before you
princess,
go
and 1 me.
further. She will lie. I think we've already
Oh,
been
whoops.
over.
We already told you we're not playing along the little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
This guy gets it.
Your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them.
But that's also true.
Things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind.
Okay, let's get in there, boys. What happens if I don't pick up the knife again? What if I just double
Interior of the
whammy?
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prison.
Feels very similar to the first
The only
one.
furniture of note
Or
is an
the first
ornate wooden
alternate one, I
table
should say.
with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
I don't need the blade. I don't know. Saying all this over and over again, I don't know if it really changes anything. So let's just enter the basement. Because every time I touch the mirror, it's not actually a
The
mirror.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Very interesting design. The work here doesn't seem too
A
bad.
soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more
It seems like the same
beautiful than
princess as
time.
last time.
I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I guess the only time she changed was actually the last time, I guess, so I shouldn't be too surprised.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Whatever you say, narrator,
Walk
I
down
think
the
you're part of the
stairs and lock
manipulation.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
It looks like they intentionally made her design, like, cuter somehow, which I think's really funny.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
This guy gives some major White Knight vibes.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Very
It's
funny.
you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Actually, really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't
Oh my
it?
gosh.
Waiting for
It's
you to
funny
come
seeing the
back.
voice of the hero gets called the
I didn't
hero.
want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah, we have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well,
True.
she killed us.
Okay, but like, in a sense, the narrator got us killed.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Narrator, doing it right is ignoring
Now,
you.
hold
It's
on.
rigged
If
you.
she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You know, it's just thinking about the premise of the game while all that dialogue was happening. Like, are we just a multi-personality disordered person who keeps all their thoughts in their head before they take any action? And their thoughts somehow involve people who have lived this experience before? I don't know, it just it seems really funny when you think about it. She's just sitting here waiting for us to like say or do something. We're here talking to all the voices in our head. I didn't that's self-explanatory. What happened after I died? Sure, let's just start
You
there.
died, and now we're talking.
Okay. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Okay.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Hey, you can do whatever you want.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
What do you
She
mean
didn't
that's
care
weird?
last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So
How is
go
that
ahead
further
and
evidence?
Slay her.
Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
What do you mean? You have no idea. Oh my god. Jesus. That's awful. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See,
Okay.
She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
See? Proof.
Not so sure.
Proof. Proof it didn't happen. Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely
Another
unfair.
version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Wow, she's really
She
understanding.
took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, she's just a pacifist,
Because
guys.
she's perfect.
After self-defense, of
Do
course.
you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Wow, I didn't even think about
I
that.
think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Oh my gosh. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Excuse me, I'm here to be manipulated?
No.
Rescue princess?
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oh my god, why did it... I forgot they, like, auto-play when it does that. Yo, what, take over our body and force us to kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not
Yeah,
on
nice
my
try.
watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Jesus, okay.
You wouldn't.
Oh, he
I
probably
would.
would.
I'd
Yeah.
listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Yeah, we should probably... Wow, he
Approach
actually
the
did just slip
princess
her
and
hand through it.
gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
No, we're
I
living.
can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no
Princess
worries.
jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily
Narrator,
for
you
Mr.
just don't get it.
Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
See, he gets it.
What do we do now?
We leave. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so
I wouldn't be
gullible.
surprised.
Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I'm scared she's gonna, like, flip a switch and just be like, I want to kill
She
you.
shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Get you outside. Sure, we can explore a bit. I want you to tell me what you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Okay.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
There must be something you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? Is
Wait.
she lying to you? Only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Her... She, like, changed. I want you to make me unhappy. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness
Okay,
on me.
if that's what makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Oh. Goodbye. Well, all she wanted was to make us happy. Well, at least we didn't have a crazy princess this time. You don't get the chance to ask her a question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave.
No.
Memory returns.
She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Is that a...
Mirror, why is there a mirror? Okay. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and...
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If she'll be there waiting for us.
Kind of, actually. If you remember anything, but you don't. You approach the mirror, gaze in your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Whoa. You've withered. Weird. That's trippy. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Okay, so this is just called the long quiet. We're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Weird.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
All of me is changing, yet the rest of me is still the same. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Wait, what?
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitude.
This is always like, so strange, but I'm getting a lot more used to it.
Everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Okay. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. I'm not actually sure. Like, personally, I feel like number one actually kind of fits. Because every time we finish a loop, I feel kind of more invested in, like, what's going on. But I don't know if that would really mean liking her, per se. Or just liking the development of what's going on. I'll just go with that one. Because, I mean, I think things make more sense, which is actually kind of a selling point for me. I get more, like, explanation usually when I show up, I'm noticing, which I quite like, because this game is a little strange, in a good way, but still a little strange.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I still feel kind of bad that she got a little stuck on the making me happy thing. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
You've seen what I've seen, just as I've seen what you've seen, okay.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Maybe. Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you
I
next?
care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Why would that assume that they're above me? I don't understand that point. But you know, whatever works for them. I think that makes sense. How many more vessels do I need to bring you up? I don't think she will.
When we near our destination.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna just tell me that. Still planning to kill you once we're done with this?
That remains your choice when all is said and done. Then you may try. But know that I do not.
So it's actually a choice. I don't know, like our character always has the option to say that. So I thought it was just kind of like a reminder that it's going to happen. But it sounds like it's actually going to be a choice. Which is, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Because like, what does that mean in the scheme of things? Does that mean we can just end up living in nothingness with this? Whatever it's called when we're done with it? I don't even know what to call this. Oh my, it's been 31 minutes. I'm ready to go back. I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
Here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. You're in the princess. Bring the deconstructed damsel to her.
You're on a path in the...
So I wonder if there's another form of the damsel we can bring. But regardless, that'll be it for now. Amidst the talk I had with her just now, it seemed like what do you call it? The like thinking about it, it seems like it's almost a metaphor for like relationships, which is, oh god, my friend's gonna clown on. I swear, I'm gonna get the English teacher. I'm not even one. I don't plan to be one, but looking for meaning where there might not be any. But it really does feel like they're insinuating like relationship stuff, where it's like my character mentioned, "You've hurt me and I don't like that," and she just kind of said like, "This is more of a chance to grow and I guess like hurting you isn't what the purpose was." I think it was something along those lines, but whatever was said felt very like reminiscent. I don't know if reminiscent is the right word, but characteristic of like a relationship where people might get hurt, but if you guys overcome that, then usually you'll develop a stronger bond. And so that was really interesting to see that, and I was kind of like, wow. I never really thought about that. I don't know, the way this game kind of develops itself, and I don't know what else to say, like addresses, but like the way it kind of develops itself has been really interesting so far, and I don't know, it's actually pretty cool. I'm liking it. But yeah, that'll be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.